it's much available for you than it was in the previous days, because you don't remember when you've actually, you may not even remember, you may not know that this guy has come to your shop 5 times. All you know, you've seen his face somewhere around your shop. But now with the e-business, if someone comes to buy from you, let's say maybe you could have a client's page. If each customer has an account, when they buy, you record their transactions or their purchases in their account. So it's easier for you to know this person buys every once a month, every twice a week, every one time a week, and this is what they consume. If they buy groceries this week, next week they will buy, let's say, food items, next time they will buy clothing items. So Infomedia is about how much data you've been able to gather about your consumers and what they really consume. And then we have the last module, which is merchant. So here we have wholesalers and retailers of goods and services. It's a chain from the production. Now we get to the distributors, we get to the wholesalers, we get to the retailers, and then they can be able to deliver things to the final consumers. So when you're doing sales, you will do it based on the category that you're selling to. You cannot give a wholesaler the same price that you're going to give to the final consumer. Of course, it will be different. Otherwise, now you're giving the wholesaler the same price as a consumer, so that they will put, what will they do with your goods? How will they be able to sell them? So there has to be a list, a price list that is going to help you govern that. So if you're able to follow it strictly, you can even be able to digitalize it, and everyone knows if I want one piece of a dress, it's 50,000. However, if I want 5 of them, I can get them each at 45,000. But if I take a whole bill, then I can get each dress at 35,000. So it's much streamlined for the wholesaler, for the distributor, and for the consumer who wants maybe one item for putting on a particular day. We also have manufacturers who would also call direct model. So the manufacturer basically relies on the power of the web to allow the company to reach the buyers directly, or they could also use the distribution channel. The distribution channel is what I was talking about, of the wholesalers, the distributors, the wholesalers, the retailers, and then down to the consumers. So they have 2 webs now. They can either do it directly reach to the consumers, or they can use the distribution channel that is available in the market. So the manufacturer, with a manufacturer model, this one you could look at, it could be applied, in a situation whereby it is efficient enough. If you have good customer services, maybe you can manufacture and deliver on time. You understand your customer preferences extremely very well, so you can be able to use that model whereby you'll produce and then get to your final consumers. But if you do not understand it, it means now you'd have to go through the distribution channel to be able to link you or to give you further information about the preferences of the final consumers. We also have affiliates. We have websites. These ones give you things like links. You're watching something and there is an ad, a link comes up that, please, there is something new that has been brought up, please check it out and buy. So these links are also selling opportunities, or the ads. Imagine you're using your app and then someone sends an ad, and maybe it's something you've been really interested in but you've never had time to look at it. So now it triggers you to be able to check it out and, if possible, make a purchase. So these ones give you an opportunity to be able to to trigger customers who have been interested for long to now do website shoppings. Use the website to place their orders, or they can also make their payments online, so they don't have to really come to your place. We also have a community model. In the community model here, we have things like online communities. So here we look at social networks that are available. Who I would say maybe followers. If you have, let's say, a page, your social community would now be your followers, people that subscribe to your page, people that like, people that comment, those people that are looking at your information. So you have these different groups, and then you can easily relate with them. So your revenue that you get, of course, can be as a result of voluntary contributions in terms of sales, in terms of products, in terms of advertisements. People can voluntarily share your link, or share your ad, share your information, and that means they are voluntarily doing advertising for your product or for your service. We also have subscriptions. These are done on a specific period. It could either be a week, it could be a month. Look at things like maybe television subscriptions, data subscriptions. You could say, I would want to buy my data every 1 month, or I want to do a bundle that cannot expire. Maybe you're tired of doing continuous purchases, or someone will say, no, me, I can only afford to do a daily subscription. So there are different fees, of course, fees that you would pay to be able to enjoy a service that is available on the internet. So the different sites put in place, the content is available in either the service or something that you'd want to watch. Maybe as you look at something like television, something you'd want to use. So you, based on how much time you think you will want to use that service, then you can be able to place or make your subscriptions. So it's we also have the utility, or this one could call it the on-demand model. So you pay as you go. It's a pay as you go approach. So this is a bit different from a subscription, whereby you say maybe I would like to view this person's content, or let's say I would want to use this particular channel, or I would want to subscribe for this for a month or for a day. Here now it's a bit different. So this is now actual. Sometimes you could do a subscription. For example, look at something like gym subscription. You do a gym subscription for a month, you attend for 2 days, for a week, if you're lucky, maybe for the entire period of time. However, for utility now, you pay as you're using the service, or as you're going to enjoy what you're paying for. So you could say, I will be accessing the gym, but I'll pay each time I get by. So now it means you're doing a utility model. You're paying for it as and when the demand arises. So those are the different models that we have in e-business and e-marketing. Have we understood them? Any questions? No questions? Okay, so if there are no questions, I would like us to end from here, such that on Thursday we can be able to complete this topic. I see it's now already past 10. So let's begin this on Thursday so that we can discuss it in detail, and then we can be able to wrap up this topic. Any inquiries for the day or about anything that would, even if we covered it in the past, or any clarifications? None at all. Okay, if there is none, then we can call it a day. Let's meet on Thursday. Thank you so much for attending, and have a good night.